How you ask is important. With Typeform, it's everything. If you're lazy or got better things to do, pick a template and get on with your day. Ask any kind of question you want, because business doesn't have to mean business as usual. That means you can make it brainy and efficient, or silly and fun. Your Typeform, your rules. Make every interaction count, from start to send. You can keep things simple and tidy if you want, or use the image gallery and look for eye candy. And others zig, you zag. Connect Typeform straight into your workflow and save your future self some headache. When you're done, just share the link or embed it into your site without writing a single line of code. With Typeform, you can pick someone's brain and look like a pro. It's easy to use and free to get started.
A stronger relationship with my customers means better business, but it's hard with just email and a website to have a human connection. So that's why I want to show you Videoask. Videoask is a new way to engage with people through interactive video conversations, like this one. You just record yourself like I did, then you share it as a link or embed it on your website. People can respond with video or audio, or you can give them options to choose from. For example, hi there, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Tim.
Awesome. Now I can follow up with another pre-recorded question. What's your role?
I'm a product marketer. I'm a product marketer.
When someone answers, their response goes straight to the Videoask inbox. And the audio is transcribed so you can search for it later.
I'm a product marketer.
And when I want to carry on the conversation, I can easily reply with a Videoask. Hi, Tim. You can also start a follow-up Videoask with any of your respondents and keep the conversation going asynchronously. You can use it to qualify leads, collect testimonials, for recruitment, and much more. So that's Videoask. Want to try it out?
Good morning and welcome back to No Code Week Day 8. We have made it through the long stretch. We are on the last workshop of No Code Week, right? So we are bringing in a great speaker as we've had along the entire way. So we're bringing back to the stage. He's been with us all week. He's been with us and showed us Typeform, how integrations work. He's also been on our panel for No Code Week 2. I'd like to welcome to the stage Nicolas Greníe.
Hello, good to be back.
How are you?
Great. How are you since yesterday?
Yeah, good. You're back and you're the last one.
Very excited to show you more how Videoask works and hear about the crazy use cases you may have in mind and what you want to build and connect it with.
I got to play around with it myself already. So I already started building out a Videoask for us here at StartupStarter and just playing with being able to have like the words, kind of like a teleprompter up there for you, or you can speak, but like not really look like you're reading it was really cool. And then just being able to easily share that link with everyone and they can just respond.
Yeah, you're natural at this. I tell you, I shared it with the team and people were like, wow, this guy, he knows his stuff and he's a pro. Videoasker.
Put me in the next commercial. That I could do that.
Yeah, we'll fly you to Barcelona. I guess this is
that'd be perfect. Yeah, that's my dream. Well, good, man. Well, I'm glad that we're back. I'm excited for people to see what Videoask is and how it works. This is a product by Typeform, so it's extension, and some of the elements that you'll see will kind of resemble that. But yeah, I'll let you. This is your show, so I'll let you take it away.
Awesome.
I'll see you on the other side. We'll chat a little bit. I'll come and ask you some questions.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, take it away. See ya.
Thank you. All right. So as you may have seen on the ad before, and that's actually what I'm showing here, Videoask. We are on videoask.com. It's a product by Typeform, but it has its own interface. It's not yet connected between the two. The story is really more. It's a hack. It's something that we started at a hackathon. It was one of our founders, David, who wanted to do something with video for a long time, and he did a project with a couple of folks in the company at a hackathon. And after a while, they're like, no, let's continue this project. And so for a year and a half, they've been working on this, and now there's a full team dedicated to it. We have about 15 to 20 people working on it. So this is real. And I would like to show you what it is. The main idea here is, instead of making interactions via text, instead of making interaction a bit impersonal, where you just chat with yourself, still in a conversation mode, but like where you just type stuff. In this case, we're going to use your face, and you're going to be able to interact personally with your customers, see their face, show your face, and show that you're a real company with real people behind this. So I went ahead and created an account for Videoask, and this is my personal account, so you will see all the crazy stuff that I've done with it. But this is how it looks like when you get started. You have all the different Videoask, the video forms kind of that you have created, and then you can organize them by folders. To help you getting started, we also have templates. So this is great if you don't know what you're looking for. But we've seen people doing it in different ways. If you're looking at what StartupStarter has done, it was a way for them to collect pitches and see what ideas were coming from the community, an easy way to get those videos back and eventually reuse them. We've seen people using it for job application. This is like the best way to know someone when they apply. That could be a good interaction to have. We've seen this also for testimonials. So you wanna have testimonials on your website, but they're always, you don't know if they're real. You don't know if it's a real customer. So what you do, you send them a video ask, they record their stuff, and then you put them on the website. So we can use any of those templates, but let's make it our own. And so I'll go on the StartupStarter folder that I created, and we're gonna make like a lead generation form where you're gonna share this link on your website, and that's a way for you to engage with your customers and ask them who they are, what they want to do with you, and eventually offer them to meet you. All right. So let's get a new video ask, and we're going to call this lead generation. Here we have the option to collect details. So most of the questions are going to be either audio, video, but if we want also to connect the name or the email address, this is very helpful, or the phone number. So let's do this. So we collect details. The language here is important because we're gonna run some transcription on the things that have been recorded. So we need to know which language we're going to use to apply the red algorithm, because obviously if you tell us that it's in English and someone comes and answer in French, there is no way we're going to answer anything. So let's make it in English for now, but you see that we're supporting a lot of languages. And this is really the first thing. So now you are creating your own video ask, and this is your opportunity to present your project, your company, what you're doing, and recording yourself. So let's do this by recording ourselves, and then I can show you how you can do it differently. And today I'm running, what am I running? I'm running a consulting company. Let's say this, a consulting company for IT. I'm a developer. And I'll just want to introduce myself. So you get to select which camera you want to use. So I can use my other camera that's here, or I will just use the main one that's better looking. You can share your screen as well. So if you want to show some stuff on your screen first, and what Laurel has mentioned is the notes. So if I'm not really comfortable with speaking in front of a camera, I can use those things to help me out. So I'll be something like, introduce me. I don't want to write the whole text, right? Whoops. Oh, I clicked the ESC. Sorry. So let's go back here. Video steps. Yes. So notes. Introduce myself. Then talk about the project, and then CTA, what people should do after this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's record an introduction, the first video that people are going to see. Hello, I'm Nico. I'm the founder of Nico Dev. I'm here to help you out with any question you may have about web development. Please answer back via video and tell me about your project. Here, I get to preview how the video looks like, even I'm happy about it. Looks like nice to me. I'll just say yes. And here, if I want to provide more context, I can add an overlay text. And I can decide also how it's going to look like. So we give you a bunch of options on how to make it look nice. Like if we want to take the whole page, just a bit, you have full control of this. And now it's uploading the video that I had just recorded. It's going to create the Videoask. And now it's going to give me a link that I can share with you all, and it's already done. But now really the thing that's interesting now is to look at how do we want people to answer, and what type of feedback, what type of data we want to collect. So we have different answer types. The most common one and the thing that I think are the most interesting to use to get started are probably an open-ended answer. And you get to decide if you want people to answer via video, audio, or text, depending on what you do with it. So if it's a testimonial video, it might be more interesting to get people on video so you can reuse it on social media and make your own snippets of it. If it's just really what you want to do. So let's do for us, we can do video only, and then we'll say people have 60 seconds to answer this. And then if we go into the different tabs here, we can customize the way this video looks. Right. So if we want to add caption, and this is great for accessibility, you can, we actually detect some of the caption, but it looks like it didn't pick my stuff, or it's working on it. But you can do, hey, I'm Nicolas, and it will keep the timestamp. And actually, let's see if I can get this from the transcript. Okay, well, we'll do that later. Maybe it's still working on this. But the things that are interesting also is like you get to decide when to reveal the text, so you're not spoiling the whole journey and everything you want to ask to people. But really, with this first question, I think we're done. And you have a link, so you can already play around with this link and answer some of my questions. But if I open this link, this is how it looks like for my visitors on my website. If they open it in their own window, and they have pretty much the same option that I have now, is like record the answer, they pick the microphone that they want to use, record themselves, and so let's try a new camera. So all right, I can make a difference. Hey, I have a question about chatbots. I was wondering if you can help me build chatbots. All right, so I'm the customer. I've seen this. I want to get in contact with your brand. I like this. I send it, and now it's asking me for my contact details. And so I'll invite a fake name and a fake email address. Boom. So as a customer, now I have answered to my Videoask. As the owner of this Videoask, I can go into the inbox, and I should see that someone has answered my Videoask. Let me refresh. How come? Should have seen my answer that I just sent. Let's try this again. Or maybe, yeah. I will record another one. Hello, I have a question about an e-commerce website. Could you help me? Okay. And this time I'm going to be Jackie. See if all right, response has been uploaded. Here. And now you see in the inbox. So this is my view as the owner of the form, of the Videoask. I see all the interaction that people had with my Videoask. I'm going to mute this tab, otherwise I'm going to hear myself. And I can see the question that they have answered, what they said. And if I want, I can reply back. And I was like, yeah, sure. So same thing, I record myself. Yeah, sure. I love chatbots. I've done chatbots on Slack. I've done Alexa. I've done a lot of different stuff. Please tell me more. And I record myself. I send this. And the user on their side, they will receive an email being notified that I have answered them back. And now suddenly this becomes a back and forth communication with our clients. And that's a bit more personal than doing emails. But it's asynchronous. I don't have to jump on a call, and we can exchange, we can share screens, we can do a bunch of things like this. This whole interaction, if I want to use this video, if we're like in the testimonials, I can download the video file directly or push it to my Dropbox. If I want to share this with my team, I can also share a link. And I will give you the link just to the specific interaction. So if I'm interested to have this embedded on the website or share this in the team, that's going to be very helpful. If I'm sharing the whole integration, the interaction that shares my conversation, so both the customer that's answering it and me answering it back. So this is great as well for collaboration or for giving context. So if someone comes up with an issue, if someone comes up with a problem, then you can see exactly the conversation that everybody had and all the parties that were involved in it. And then finally, I have also the possibility to share the inbox with other folks. So I can collaborate with the team, or if you want to use it for a podcast where people ask questions on a podcast, that will be the way that you can go like question by question and then share this with your host or the other guests. Let's check the transcript. So as I said, it's interesting to put up first the language. Like this will apply an algorithm to understand and extract the text values that what people say. So transcribe the speech to text, and that gives you a transcript. So for you, then it becomes easier to search and find people that talk about different things and easily access it or run some scripts around this. Why I can think about this. And so, yeah, if you put the right language, this becomes easier to transcribe. All right. So this is most of it already. Different options to show the captions and all that stuff. For anybody that's interested by stats, we provide you all the stats on how many people have seen your video on which type of devices and how many actually completed. So whenever this is going to be shown, you get to see those stats. But now that I have created this thing, I'm really interested to share it and add it to my website. So I can do different things. I can either share the link like I just did and it opens it in a new window, but we also provide you with different embed options. And so the embed options are more, talk to me is a good thing. Will be like some bubbles that appear at the bottom of your website. When you click on it, it opens the whole thing as in a box that looks similar to all the other chat solutions like Intercom and others. It's a similar type of interaction. And this is a way for you to welcome the user when they get on the website, and you show your face, so people are more intrigued by it and are usually clicking more than on the other stuff. So we give you a bunch of options. Really, you get to personalize the color, the branding of it. And for you is just copying and pasting this script in your page. So if I copy this, I can go on. Let me create a very basic web page on Glitch. This is my go-to to create static web pages. So it's a web editor where you have access to the code, and I'll show you what it like. There's a really basic web page here, nothing fancy in it. But if I go into the code, I just placed it when I need it. And that will work with also any CMS that you use, Webflow, WordPress, that lets you put your own code snippet. And now this is how it looks like on my website. And now everybody that comes to it will see my face here, asking them to interact with me. And when I click on it, it's what we've seen earlier, my full face, asking them to record an answer and get them to tell me more about their projects. All right, so you get the full cycle here on deciding how you ask things, deciding what you're going to ask them, how people are going to answer, seeing their answer in the inbox, and display this interaction on your website. Display the Videoask on the website. If you want to embed it and have more control over this, we have also an iframe embed, as well as a way to share this Videoask by email. So that's great if you're sending some cold emails. That would be an interesting way also to interact with people. All right, so this is great, but this is right now a very simple form. Maybe I can add more things to qualify people, because right now you've seen that people have very generic question, and as an owner, that makes me ask them more question, and we're losing a bit of time. So if we go back to the builder, I can actually add more steps trying to qualify them. And so one step that we can add would be to ask them which type of project they really want to talk about. So let's redo the introduction. Hey, I'm Nico. I'm the founder of Nico Dev. Please let me know what type of project you want to build. And so now, in mind, type of project here in mind. I make this small. Bim, bim, bim. So creating a new video, a new step video. And now instead of having an open-ended answer, we want to give them the option to do a multiple choice. And we can say, I build a chatbot, for example. That's one of my quality. Launch on Product Hunt. I want people to contact me if they're interested to launch on Product Hunt. Talk about APIs, partner with Typeform. I use this as my personal contact form. This is how I use it. And then what I want to do is, depending on what they have picked on this, I would like to show them a different video, right? So this is where I can do an option that says, oh, if you want to partner with Typeform, then I'm going to record other things. All right, so cool. Let me know what is your company, what you have in mind, what are the APIs that, no. All right, so this is a real example. I didn't know what I wanted to record, so I had to stop. So partner with Typeform, what do we want to show them? We want to ask them about if they are a developer, for example. Okay. Awesome. So are you a developer yourself? Are you a developer? Bim, bim, bim. Okay, and now you see that it has created a branch here, and people will see different things depending on what they select. But I want to do also, so what I want to do here is, now that I have asked them if they are a developer, I want to give them the option to say yes or no. And now the next step is, I've mistyped yes. And now I want to create the next step. If they say yes, I want to redirect them to our developer documentation. Okay. And then if they say no, I want to ask them more about their project. Okay, no worries. Just tell me more about what you want to build, and we'll see how we can help. All right. And then you see that suddenly my my Videoask is getting even more complex with a lot of different steps now. And I can really customize the different journey that people can have. I don't need these steps anymore, so I'm going to trash it. And then here, what I want to do, I wanted to show you how you can have another option that could be also interesting. I want to see that if people are interested to launch on Product Hunt, usually when I do this, I like to get on a call. So yeah. All right, what's your project? So first I'm going to ask them, tell me about your project. I'm realizing I'm asking pretty much the same questions. About your project. Bim, bim. And then, so I would like to have this in video. I will edit the logic later because there's a lot of things that are linked together. But so tell me about your project. And now I want this to, no, I actually want to create a new step. I'm going to ask them to talk to me and get on my calendar. Yes, let's put a time in the calendar for a quick chat. And this is another cool thing about Videoask, is that inside the video, you can embed a Calendly link. So I have my Calendly link here. And I can select that as an option that people select Calendly. And this is how it's going to look like. They're going to see this video, and then here they can directly pick a time with me. So suddenly, I have a form where people can pick a time with me. And so now let's go back here. You see the logic, you see all the things that are linked together. So we have one pass where we ask about people that are connecting to partner with Typeform. One, they tell us more about the project, and the one where they get to see the developer documentation if they're a developer. But we see that there's a link that goes back here where people talk about Product Hunt. We don't want to use this, so let's edit the logic. And let's just say that once you're done, you go to the end screen. And same thing here. Once you're done, actually, can I do this? Yes. No? No. Yes. See, so I can edit the. So this is a new visualization of the Videoask builder, but I can edit the connections between the different steps either visually by dragging and dropping the links, or going in each question at the logic part and say, where is the next question? Where is it going? And there I get to pick either one question that I have defined, one step that I have defined in my Videoask, the end screen, that's the end, or redirect to URL. If we look at the end screen, this is how it looks like. And this is by default. Right now, you can't really you can't really customize it. There's like some other options on how to customize it. Okay, so now if we want to test this out, let's do this in preview mode so we don't collect anything. This is now what people see as the first screen. They get to pick one of the other option. And so let's say here we say partner with Typeform. Right now we're already asking for their contact details. Then is the question where we ask about the developer. And if we say yes, you'll see that we get redirected to developer.typeform.com. And up. And then if we say no, then we get to see another question. And then we can talk about our project. It's not going to be recorded as this is in preview, so it's not going to be submitted. And then we see the end. So it's exactly the flow we had in mind. And then if we try launch on product hunt, again, we see the contact detail form. And here, people pitch the project. Yeah, video. And then here, this is where we have the calendar link where people can book a time directly in my calendar. So certainly with this, you have created a lead generation form that has different options showing different things to different type of customers, different type of people that want to get in touch with you, and providing them a very personal experience. At the end for you, you have, again, in the inbox, you have in the inbox all the interactions that people have submitted. Now, a few things that we can customize. You've seen that when we interact with the form, the contact details were popping up after the first question. We can decide where we want to ask this. So we get to decide if we want to ask this. Yeah, probably going to ask this after the tell us more and tell me about your project. And then we get to ask them different structured data. So we can, by default, name an email. We can ask for a phone number. And if you're going to use their video somewhere else, like if you're going to show this on YouTube, on social media, it's recommended to ask for consent. And so here, this is where you can put your legal blurb and what you're going to do with the video. You better tell people. And you see now in my visualization, now that I have defined where to ask for contact details, there is a little contact form on each individual step. So you know, like here, we're going to ask for contact details, or here. So you can, depending on the route that people pick, you can ask the question at different times. Okay. Some other stuff you can customize. We haven't looked at this yet, but like we really picked the default theme. But if you have some special colors that you really like, you get to be your own designer and pick the colors that work for you to make your own brand. You get to add a logo. So right now you see, we say powered by Videoask. You get to pick your own logo. So I'm not gonna be very original. I'm gonna pick the Typeform logo because I think I have a Typeform logo. Somewhere. Maybe the logo, and I get to say when people click on it, where does it go? I can have a custom domain as well for this if I want. And now you see there's a Typeform logo. It's a bit small, but you see a Typeform logo here. I get to decide. No, it's this one here, settings. I get to decide if the form closed on a certain date. That's helpful if you're using a specific campaign. So for what's going on right now with StartupStarter, makes no sense probably to have it ongoing after the event, like the pitch stuff. So if you want, you can just like close it and people will see a closing screen. I was like, oh, sorry, we're not taking other responses. The interactions are shareable by default. This is helpful if what we said earlier when you want to share the video with others. The recording, I don't think you need to get into those details. And then really, if you're like me, sometimes the thumbnail that is going to be shown is not really the best. We offer you different type of thumbnail coming from the video. And that was helpful for the preview when you share this on social media. Because if we look at my form right now, we're going to look at debug social Facebook. So Facebook has a link to help you debug how it's going to look like when you share this link on Facebook. And if you see for this one, the thumbnail might not be the best. See, it's not the best. So here I get to pick another one that will be more interesting for our users. And then a bunch of other options as well on how you want to display things, how you want to show the video control. So on top of a video, if we look at this, on top of a video, people get to skip things, get to put the speed at different at the speed that they want, but you can decide that they don't have any option and they have to listen to the whole thing. So if you're doing an onboarding for your clients, if you're doing like a kind of a class, personally, we use Videoask for internal stand-ups. So people record videos and give us an update. That would be an option to be like, no, just look at the whole video and you have no option. Yes. And so with this, I think you have a really good overview of what is Videoask, what you can do, what you can use it for. If you look at advanced stuff, we are already offering some connections. So we're integrating with a bunch of different apps, HubSpot, Google Spreadsheets, Salesforce. If you want to send the leads that you're collecting on Videoask over there and collect all the answers, we also integrating with Zapier. So similar to what we had with Typeform yesterday, you can connect with a lot of different apps. And again, if you feel adventurous, we have webhooks. And the webhooks could trigger on different things. When someone answers, when you as the owner answer back, or when you do any interaction in the inbox. So we trigger all this type of event and you can react to all this type of events, depending on the flow that you're building. And yes, so you see this, and then maybe one last thing I can say about sharing the link. If you already have some detail about a user, if you want to really pass some information, the same way that we had hidden fields in Typeform, we had what we call variables in Videoask. So you can pre-populate the contact details, for example, of someone whenever you share this on your email list or on your website, or you can add a different variable. So if we had, for example, like a customer ID, or so I had a typo. So a customer ID, something like an order ID, like all type of things like this, where you already have some context about this user and you want to match a record that you have somewhere else. That becomes really helpful. It's just some parameters that you pass to the URL and that you will be able to use in the response later. Yeah, so that was a lot of information in a really short amount of time. I'm very curious to hear if you have any question, any wonder on how this could be used. We have a very active Slack community, so I welcome you to join it, and you will hear what people are doing with it, as well as giving us feedback directly, because we are shipping improvements, features all the time. I'm very amazed by this team. They're doing so fast. So there are many things coming up as well. Here you go.
Yeah, this is great. This is great information. I mean, I used it, but I don't think I used it to this capacity, right? So I'm happy that your team was happy that I was actually using it. But this is so in depth. There's so much you can do. And it's very similar to like what you do inside and the connections that you can make inside of just Typeform in general. But this added element and creating a whole nother product, Videoask, is like the perfect thing to do. So I did have some questions for you.
Yeah.
So before I ask my question, so how long has Videoask been out? How long has it been launched? And how long you guys have you guys been working on it? And some of the steps that you guys took and how this idea came about.
Yeah. So I think we're probably about a year and a half now in Videoask. It definitely didn't look like this before. There's some stuff that we have been adding recently that are more on collaboration. And because we found out that people may use an inbox. So like right now, I'm the only owner of this thing, and I'm the only one interested in this. But people might be interested to share this with other coworkers, and you can have other people answering to different people. So if it's a sales question, you want the sales team to be inside and answer the sales question. If it's something about a partnership, you want the partnership team to be there, but you also want to have them to interact directly. So you need them to put their face there. So we added some stuff about collaboration. We use it, for example, internally for support. So whenever you ask for a support on Videoask, it goes through Videoask. So even just for us, that was really helpful. We added templates because it could be really daunting when you get started. You don't know what you're going to do. So a way to help you out to get started. And
answer one of my other questions already.
Yeah. No. But no, so really, Videoask has evolved a lot, and really the latest things on this is definitely this builder experience, because people come from the Typeform world, and they have this experience where they can do a lot of branching and really make a personalized experience. At the beginning, we had it was very basic, and now you have a better visualization of how it looks like, as well as like adding other types of questions, right? So we had open-ended since the beginning, and we had calendar as probably the other option that was after, but certainly people wanted some other ways. So now we recently added a way for you to collect payments. So if you connect to your Stripe account, now you can get people to pay, and that's helpful if people are running a coaching business. This is one of the use cases we've seen a lot on Videoask, where people are, they're coaches. Is it a fitness coach? Is it a personal coach or a business coach? You interact with them, and they give them they give you their time to help you out, and that's a way to charge for the classes or the sessions you have with those folks.
Yeah, and then you mentioned support, right? So you mentioned that internally you guys use it for support. So what would you say are some of the other popular use cases to utilize Videoask? I know that you can also utilize it for hiring or interviews. What are some of the most popular use cases that you're seeing people use with Videoask?
Yeah, I was trying to show you how it looks like for support. So on our help center, I'm shutting down the sound. Well, you have all the options of like learning by yourself, or you can video ask us. And this is all the folks that are part of the support team that may answer your ticket. But we've seen people for using it for a job application. We've seen people using it for getting the different use cases for testimonials. As I said, when you collect the testimonials, so then you assemble a video of it or you display them actually exactly like we have on our website here. You can display them the same way. We've seen this as well as you're having a show currently happening on YouTube or as a podcast. You want your audience to ask questions beforehand. This is the opportunity for you to do that.
Or No Code Week, yeah.
Yeah. And then you know, like what they do in the shows where like on radio or on TV where they put the person live and they show the face of the person that asks the question, and like it's a real person that asks, and not be like, oh, someone random on the chat asked this. It can be like, yes, this is John based in Atlanta that asked this question, and here's their video saying it. And so you can display that to the audience.
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, the fact that you can take this, embed it into your website, and instead of necessarily using a chat bot, you can use a video ask when someone has a question on your website or someone has a technical issue they need to get to your team. You can use this, and then people can see them live. Everyone's not comfortable with being on video, but isn't there a way that you can respond in a different way?
Yes, there's definitely something about being camera shy, and I wanted to show you in the no-code world. I don't know if it's still there. He had it. The founder of V1, which is like a way to create apps, mobile apps. He had at the beginning when he was getting started. Maybe now there's too many people using it. A video ask here that was just like introducing himself. I was like, yeah, let's talk to me. Here, exactly. Yeah. As a way to interact with
ways that you can actually embed them. You can embed them in different sizes, right? And different looks, and small or big or a block or not.
Yeah, and then responding to different actions on the website. So you're not going to show this as the person loads, but more like as they scroll. I think this is exactly what happened here. As like they were waiting for me to engage a bit more with the website. But sorry, I forgot what was your original question.
No. I was saying just being able to the different use cases that you use for these. So like you have the hiring, you have all these, and what were those most popular use cases in that? And then we just discovered some other cool use cases along the way.
No, yeah, it's really the opportunity to. I mean, it's great, especially like for indie hackers. For solo entrepreneurs, people that run their own shows, they're consultants. You get to put your face early on, and you get to introduce yourself as a real person running this whole business. You get to be humble as well. Of like, this is just one person operation team, but I'll be here to help you out. And through this, it's probably easier to answer this than answer an email. Because I just turned on the camera, and now like most of us are working from home. We're on camera all day. But also, if you're camera shy, it's totally normal. We've seen this through our support experience. I forget where I had it, but we give you the option when you interact with us. I forgot it. When you interact with us, we give you the option to answer in different ways. And what we've seen is like people that have interacted with us by text, it takes them 2 or 3 interaction when they see the face of the agent on the other side to put their face in. So it takes different steps. But you don't want to cut it from people that don't feel confident or comfortable enough to put their face
on the audio, right?
Yeah, as well.
Video. So that's a really cool feature. So if you are camera shy or you don't want to put your voice out there, you can respond through text. And if you are camera shy, you want to respond just in speaking in audio, you can get those files over as well, and into whatever integration that you connected. One of the questions that I will also want to ask is like, how can I connect one or more Typeforms for this?
Yeah, so right now the products are not blended really, so it's still like two different products, two different accounts. Actually, you can create an account on Videoask using your Typeform account. So you just remember one login. But the way that you can do this is either at the end of the form, you get to redirect them to a Videoask, or at the end of the Videoask, you get to redirect people to a Typeform, or like in one of those branches. But you can also embed a Videoask inside a Typeform. So if I show you this quickly, I open my yes, that's the one we had yesterday for the job application, and then we can pretend that this video that I just created was also for job application. And so you ask the first question on the Videoask, and then you can be we have more questions for you. So this is where you actually redirect the user, or if you want, it's another good type of questions because you can't have image. If you want, I don't know, statements. I'm confused on where we have images now. Here, you can put your Videoask link here under video. If you put your Videoask link, this Videoask will be shown on the side, and you get to decide like how big you want it. But we get to show this video ask, and as people are interacting with your Typeform, then they will also interact with the Videoask. It creates two responses, one in Typeform, one in Videoask, but eventually you can bring them together in a near future.
Yeah, this is perfect. It's perfect. Great way to be able to just connect the dots between both platforms and all the different integrations that you have as well. So also, are there specific browsers that are supported for this, or can I use any browser?
This is a great question. So we try to make it work in as many browsers as possible. For sure, what's going to happen when you open a Videoask for the first time, and I'll try to show you this in a incognito window. It's going to ask you for permission to record, and probably I already have audio. Yes. It will ask you for permission to record your camera and your audio. This is how it looks like the first time, and if you have an authorized Videoask to do that for you, when you click on permission, there's a pop-up that comes from the browser that asks you for those permissions, and then we can record yourself. It works on all the modern browsers. It works on mobile as well, and yeah, we try to support as many as possible. So Chrome, Safari, Edge, Internet Explorer. That should be working.
Cool. Another question that I had as well was, are there specific devices that you can use for this, or is there something? Is there any limitations there?
Yeah. So what I showed you was like me recording it on desktop, but in the TikTok ages, maybe it's more interesting to record yourself on mobile and answer on mobile. And so we have also an iOS app, and I wouldn't say if we have Android. I'm not sure, so I'd rather not say it. But this iOS app will also, you can create forms and retrieve all the responses that people have. You see the same thing, the same organization of folders, and if you want, really, if I decide to create a new one, I'll just record it myself like this, and that becomes the real thing, like the same way that you have people on Instagram, on TikTok, and you ask question, and I can create Videoask like this on the fly, just like going through the similar type of options on the phone. And now I'd like to show you here. should appear here, the one I just created. So that's the one I created on my phone that's already available. So that gives you two options. Either you make it on desktop, sitting in front of a webcam, or you do it on the fly on your phone.
Cool. That's, man, it's so intuitive to be able to do that. Just boom, 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 right? And then also, so what are the different plans? Like, tell us about the plans. What are those features in those plans? I know there's a free plan out there right now, but there's also some plans that come with some additional attributes that you can use in branding and things like that.
Yes. So here are the different plans that we have right now. Really, the value metric and what we're charging you on is the number of minutes of processing, like of video or audio that you're processing, because that takes some of our algorithm engine and storing for us and all this stuff. So the more videos that you're processing through us, the more the higher you should go on the plans. And then there are different type of questions, the number of questions you can have into a form. So for example, the free plan is limited to 3 steps in a Videoask. You can only have 3 users in your team, but you can already do a lot of things. Like you can already do payments with Stripe. You can already do what I showed you with Calendly, connected with Zapier. You already have a lot of different stuff. So I'll say the Grow plan is more when you need more collaboration, when you need other types of questions, as well as the hidden fields
Pretty cool. So yeah, there's some cool different features, and you also get, with your branded one, you get to now have just your brand showing on this. But why wouldn't you want to share this with other people? Definitely, like, you want to have Videoask so that people can be able to use this themselves as well. So one last question that I have for you: what is your favorite feature of Videoask? Because you're very quick with it.
Yes, and I think I should apologize for this because I know more or less the tool, but I tell you, I'm new to this new builder. I haven't used it a lot yet, but I'm really liking the visual aspect of those things and how easy it is to create branches and have different connections. My thing, I'll say, it's obviously the connection with no-code tools. I'll tell you why. Obviously, in the last year, we couldn't celebrate birthdays, we couldn't celebrate going away parties, and so it has been hard for all the social interactions to happen in real time in person. And so I've used Videoask in Pori, so not Software, but I'm sure I could have done this with Software, with Airtable in the middle, to create a farewell gift getaway card for one of my colleagues. So people in the team will record their messages to this colleague, we'll send the details into Airtable, and then we built a website that used Airtable to create the card. And then it was like a bunch of messages for this person. So you can do a lot of hacks around this. For me, the connection with other tools is the best.
Yeah.
As a hacker, that's what I like.
What's really cool too is that, like you said, you're new to the actual builder, which lets you know that Videoask is transforming constantly. It's always, doing new things to help you guys build better when it comes to the Videoask. But look how quickly him being also new to, like, really utilizing the builder part, because it's a new feature to them, and how quickly he was able to move things around and link things as well to follow the tracks of where he wanted to start, where he wanted the middle to be, and where he wanted to finish. So this is great. Well, Nicolas, I've appreciated having you for the last week. And really appreciate all the time that you spent on helping us put together this event in its entirety. And we're looking forward to working with you in the future. And we're excited to see what is coming for Videoask. And actually, if you want to share anything that's coming up here in the near future, definitely let us know.
Yeah, thanks again for the invitation. You've been amazing. The community is amazing. You've done a great job, like, getting everybody together in the same room. So thanks for this. There's definitely something happening in the no-code world, and with the StartupStarter. For us, what's next? I haven't teased you this because I have to test it myself, and I haven't tested it really well yet myself, because it's hard to keep up with all the stuff that this team is shipping, I tell you. But we're working on something for, maybe you've seen it teased somewhere else, that was called a human chatbot. And the idea here is, like, right now it's I showed you ways to do connections depending on what people select. But imagine if this could be possible just by telling you intention. So you, instead of showing you a menu of things that are possible, you just tell me why you came here, and we'll redirect you to one of those options on its own, and we'll run a small AI thing on top of it. So this is like some things we're working on for sure. And yeah, I want to hear what you build as an entrepreneur, as a project people, as a hacker. I think there's a discount for the StartupStarter community, so please use it, and and keep us updated.
Yeah, there are some special promotions inside. So when you create your free profile at startupstarter.co, go to startupstarter.co/join, create your free profile. There's some perks that will be in there for you to sign up for Videoask. On top of that, you can also get 20% off of Typeform as well. So make sure that you set up your profile. Nicolas, thank you so much. We're super excited about what's next in the next iteration of Videoask. Everyone out there, thank you for joining this last workshop of No Code Week. Right? It's like we're at the end. I'm so shocked. Right? We made it through. It was a long 2 weeks. But we've had some great speakers, some great panels, some great workshops, some great founder stories. We actually have a founder story, actually 2 founder stories coming up. But up next here, we have a founder story brought to you by Products by Women for Softer. So tune in next for that. Go to the event page, and we're excited to see all you guys here. Nicolas, thank you very much. See you soon.
Bye-bye. Have fun.
All right. See you, man. Later.
The .xyz community is made up of celebrated artists and creative outlets, acclaimed entertainers and designers, award-winning professionals and industry leaders, game-changing communities and organizations, and forward-thinking businesses discovering tomorrow's next big breakthroughs. The word is out, and the world is spoken. .xyz is the domain for the next generation. Build a winning online presence with a domain that knows no bounds. Join the revolution. Get your .xyz today.
The game has changed. Introducing Adalo. You don't need to code to create amazing apps. With advancements in design tools and development languages, we're entering a brave new world where you can drag and drop and make an app. This allows anyone the ability to turn their vision into real working software. With Adalo, creating no-code apps is simple. All you have to do is drag and drop in components like an image list, navigation bar, buttons, and text. Next, you create your database using simple spreadsheets built all in Adalo. After that, all you have to do is connect your design to your database. For example, choosing which data goes in this list. And then, voila, your app comes to life, a real native app built all by you. And the best part of all is that they're available on every platform, from the Apple App Store to Google Play to your own website. But simple doesn't mean it can't be powerful. With Adalo, you're in complete control of design, from shadows to text to borders and branding. We've taken the flexibility of modern design tools and put that into our platform so that you can make it how you want it. On top of that, we've added some pretty sweet features. You can add chat and trigger push notifications for just about anything. You can even set up advanced workflows like requesting and booking. So no matter what your process is, you can transform it into a simple user experience for everyone. You can even design apps for purchasing by adding custom formulas to calculate those pesky things like tax and tip, set up payments, subscriptions, save credit cards, ACH bank transfers, and more. But it doesn't stop there. You can connect your Adalo apps together. You can have different experiences for different users, trigger actions to happen in other apps, and even integrate directly with your own API. Finally, a simple way to build an app without code that's just as powerful as code. Turn your startup idea, your side hustle, or your client's dream into reality with Adalo.